Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Friday, July 5th, 2024. I think I got the date right. Earlier, I was wrong. Did I get it right? Friday, July 5th, 2024. I'm having a little problem with this thing. I hope all of you out here can hear me and see me. And let me know if that's a problem for you. People, listen, we got a lot to talk about here. Um, it seems to me, unfortunately, that people just they don't have a clue. And I'm not talking about you guys and girls that follow this blog. Nobody is saying a thing about what we are witnessing here. Sky rocketing, that's not going to stop. This is a headline here from Reuters. um Actually, you know what, hold that one. I want to show you this one first. This is Bloomberg. So U.S. led rising debt across G7 stokes Standard and Poor's, and there's concerns about this issue here. First of all, the time for concern uh, is gone. The time for action is now. This is insane. Okay, we're in a situation here. Again, people are not being told what's happening. Mitch knows what I'm talking about. Thank you, everybody. You can all hear me okay? Let me know. People are not being told the fact that we are now seeing an economy around the world. You know what I'm going to tell you. Cratering at its fastest pace in history. At the same time, global debt ballooning faster than any other time in history. And then you get this kind of a nonsensical thing about US debt skyrocketing. The world debt is skyrocketing. It's creating an alternate reality where we are seeing a decoupling of reality from what's actually going on. Just as an example, today we got this. A few things are going on. The economy, again, the economic news continues to be abysmal. But what happened today? The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq just closed at new record highs. Now, none of you, not a single one of you, are surprised to hear that, because you and I have covered over and over and over how the faster this thing comes down, the higher the markets are going to go. Now, let me show you something else here. This is the MMRI. We were almost at 300 just recently. There's an enormous amount of debt buying here. The dollar today fell on a relative strength basis, put a nice bid underneath gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. They're very volatile. You know that. Buying opportunity to the highest order in my perspective. I want to talk more about that. But this is not going to stop, as you are well aware. This mechanism, who's buying all the debt? Okay, we're being sold yet another lie. The Federal Reserve, they're not going to cut rates. They're cutting rates right now. Who's buying all the debt? Are you watching the 10-year yield? Let me go back to what I wanted to show you. That first thing. This is Reuters. So the bond market refocus on U.S. elections throws a wrench into 2024 rally hopes. Let me explain this to you. They're trying to deceive you. Again, they're trying to distract you from the fact that someone out here is buying a whole lot. Do you know what it would take? The amount of debt purchases it would take. First of all, think about how this works. This cash has to be created out of nothing, like magic. And then some mysterious entity has to buy all this debt. It would take trillions of dollars to be buying the amount of debt that it would take to push this lower. So the lie is the Fed's not cutting rates, the Fed's not lowering rates. They absolutely are. Just because they haven't come out and said they're doing it, and you got they're floating out this freak and then that freak saying, oh, maybe not. Maybe we're going to be raising rates. Well, then who's buying all the debt now? It ain't me. Ain't you. Ain't Jeffrey. Thank you. Exactly. They're cutting now. They're buying the debt now. The bond yields are dropping, but they don't want you to see that. They think you're too stupid. Me, on the other hand, I know you happen to be among the crowd of the elite. That's who's in the, right here following this blog here. It's incredible. Honestly, it's absolutely incredible. But again, this stuff like this should bother you, because again, the time for concern is way gone. We can't stop what's happening. We can't stop what's coming. It's a slaughterhouse on a global scale. People are being led to the slaughter like this, okay? Pushed off of a financial cliff by design as the system is dismantled. Now, I want to cover a few other things with you just real quick. So this is a headline again. This is Reuters. U.S. inflation is easing. Inflation is not easing by their own numbers. It continues to rise, but they have to lie to you. Now, it's interesting. Job market is similar to pre-pandemic conditions. So they're trying to tell you it's fantastic. Meanwhile, Reuters, same day, another headline, U.S. job growth slows moderately as unemployment rises to 4.1%. Now, this is kind of interesting here because you see what's going on here and why. I mean, they're laughing at us. Okay. So they want us to believe that, let's see, we're creating jobs, but the rate of inflation is climbing. How does that work? Is because we're not creating jobs. We are losing more jobs than are being created. Duh. Okay. And it's interesting. So we got this lovely headline here from the White House. Job market is about where we'd like to be, says the chair of the House Council on Economic Advisors. Yeah, sure. They're a party in the destruction of the economy here, the wiping out of the middle class here, soaring debts and deficits and everything else connected to it. You can't make this stuff up. It's impossible. People are being wiped out on an incredible scale, but it ain't going to stop. So anyway, look, my thesis has been, as long as there's some mysterious entity out here buying enormous amounts of debt, pushing risk lower in this market, all that does, people, is open up that doorway that we've been talking about for like 10 years now to push cash into risk assets or the stock market. The distortions that exist now, not just in the stock market, all being fueled by the debt market, the hyper bubble of all time. We haven't seen anything yet. And I think we're just beginning. Okay, the new phase is coming. What are we really seeing here? Why is it that we're having this global phenomenon? Exactly, buy it all, Ron, you know it. This global phenomenon of, again, skyrocketing debt on a scale we've never seen before, an economy that continues to free fall, a wipeout of entire class of people, dependency on the system. This is because we're right in deep in the heart, okay, not of the gabagool, but we're there too, but deep in the heart of this maximum saturation moment. This is how it's manifesting itself. And the next phase of this is going to be way, way worse than anyone can possibly imagine. It's a systemic collapse. John Wesley, thank you. You know, we've been hearing about all this all the time. Yeah, they're going to ban the U.S. dollar and all that stuff like that. Ain't happening anytime soon, bro. But we're seeing the dollar again, along with other central bank issued currencies, all get their purchasing power sucked out, including BRIC nations who are now looking to participate in this central bank digital system. We can't escape it. It's coming. There's no hope for another alternative way out of this. Again, look, where are our representatives right now? They don't want you in cryptocurrency. They don't want you in gold. They don't want you in silver. They want you in the U.S. dollar. And do you know that our loving, caring politicians, look this up for yourself. Zach knows what I'm about to say more than likely. They can force you by law to participate in this system even more so than you do now. To utilize or use the U.S. dollar by law, they can force you to do it. Right now, we have alternatives, but again, they don't want you to do it. They don't want you holding gold. They don't want you holding silver. They don't want you to transact in gold or silver or, of course, in a cryptocurrency. Can't do it. They are all participants in the system. Where is the outcry? Again, with skyrocketing debts and deficits, it's nowhere. People want more spending. Again, it's the twisted system that is being dismantled, decoupled, and people are going to suffer on a scale that they can't possibly imagine moving forward. But again, look, I get a lot of people condemning me. Oh, Greg is leading people to the slaughter. If anybody here has a better idea of how to beat the system, betting against the system, okay, by again, holding gold, silver, platinum, palladium, gaining exposure to commodities, staying long the market as long as this happens. And also, obviously, in my perspective on cryptocurrencies, having some of that in your portfolio. If you have another plan, I'm open to hearing it. But, it's like it's insane. Greg is leading people to the slaughter. I mean, really? How about looking at our track record? This is our thing, okay? And I think, and I know for a fact that nobody, no other YouTube channel or no other mainstream media channel has a better plan and a better track record than we do. And so, but again, I am way open to suggestions. You think you can do a better job? Do it. Let me know what I'm getting wrong. And I think these people, these detractors are, I don't know what, maybe they're being paid to do that. And yes, Susan, a slaughter on a global scale. People are being wiped out and they're being led to the slaughter by their necks. With global debt soaring out of control, the pressure on people, more inflation moving forward. What we're about to see, okay, moving forward here is again what? Massive currency devaluation, more so than we've ever seen before, okay? You can count on that. Massive central banks buying more debt than you can, and they're going to be called on to do it. Okay, we already know where this is going here. This is the theme now. Moving forward is going to be mass currency devaluation, mass asset purchases by central banks, none more so than the Federal Reserve. Inflation moving forward, and you're going to be told the same lie. It's going away. Oh yes. In case you didn't know, this is from today. Inflation is easing. According to their own numbers, this is a lie. Okay, inflation continues to rise. It's unbelievable. But again, it's just exactly what you and I said. More deceptions, more distractions, more propaganda on an unprecedented scale. We are in a systemic collapse around the world. And the markets are going to go higher as long as this goes on until it doesn't. Right now, this hyper debt situation is fueling this run up higher in the stock markets of the world, as a matter of fact. And it's not going to stop. The dollar, central bank currencies are being diluted. It takes more weaker dollars or euros or anything else to buy anything, even shares of stock. You understand? It's an illusion, and it's being thrown in your face. Look at the stock market. Rah, rah, rah. We're all rich. Does this sound familiar to you? You're going to hear the same things again coming up soon as well. But again, it's just incredible how this is. But again, the time, and this makes me want to laugh, the time for concerns has way passed, people. It's time for action. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about it's about understanding what's happening and then taking action to do something, because no one's got your back. You and I, we got each other's back. You have no representation, no thing that they're going to put behind the Resolute desk is going to have your back. Oh, you're being lied to, of course. Politics. Tyler knows exactly what I'm talking about. But the system, again, it's not run by presidents, kings, queens, dictators, monarchs. The system is run by the central banks, and they are single-minded. That is to own it all, to buy it all, to be the lenders and buyers of last resort. If you're not taking action against this right now, you are guaranteed to probably lose your life, okay? Because this system is going to deteriorate into a situation where resources are going to become very scarce. Just wait for what's coming down the pike here. Again, rationing, price controls, all this is being set up right now. If you can't see it, then I don't know what to tell you. But that's exactly where we are going here. It's an incredible thing. I'm just looking at some of the stuff I was writing down. Sometimes I can't even read my own freaking handwriting. Gold and silver did very well today. Again, cryptos are under some pressure because of this issue with this exchange buying opportunity, people. In my view, again, the opportunities are everywhere. And if anyone has a better suggestion or thinks they can do a better job than me, let me know. Okay, I'll look into it. Until that time, we're not going to deviate from anything. Okay, tickers. You know what I'm doing. JEPI, JEPQ. I want those monthly dividends. We just got one. I want to reinvest that into the market for now. Buy the dips moving forward. Dips across the board with regard to gold, silver, commodities across the board as well, and of course cryptocurrency. Again, this is our plan. Other things as well: musical instruments, artwork. I mean, I'm not a one-trick pony. I'm a multiple trick pony here. And you gotta be diversified. I don't know another way to put this here, people. I really don't. And then we got to have each other more than anything else. It's just so important. Anyway, look, I think that's kind of it. We've covered everything I believe I wanted to talk about. Is there anything in particular that you guys and girls want to cover before we get out of here? Exactly, Moonraker. Do you see the beauty of what you just said? Think about the overall market cap of cryptocurrency. Okay, it's less than one Dow component. It is not widely held at all. To Greg Mannarino and to anyone I think with a functioning brain cell, even one, what that tells you is there is massive growth here. There's just no doubt about it. Ain't going anywhere. All these people talking about Bitcoin going to zero, do you realize they've been wrong 100% of the time? Not one time ever they've been right, and they're never going to be because they're too blind to see that. I guess they'd rather be in the dollar. I mean, you got it. If you do not have, in my opinion, some cryptocurrency in your portfolio, I think you've missed a big opportunity moving forward. No doubt about it. Mitch knows what I'm talking about. Big tech. I've been telling you about big tech too. Are you new here, Sean? You must be new. Okay. I've been talking about tech. It's the place to be. No doubt about it. Don't get caught up in this AI freaking hype thing. Okay. But the markets are going higher. Forget about the record high that we just had today with the S&P. Oh, with the NASDAQ. We're going to get record as more debt is pumped into the system. As the system deteriorates faster, okay, as the world economy craters, we're going up. The stock market's going up. Period. I've been telling you this for not freaking long. And I think we've nailed it to the wall. I don't know, honestly, maybe you guys and girls do, of another group of people. Again, this is our thing that have nailed not just this market, but everything connected to it, to the wall, the way that we have. And I'm proud to say that. I'm like kind of like the daddy, you know what I mean? But we're all part of this, and I'm very proud of that. Anyway, people, Cynthia, you know what? We're not broke, and because the main thing we have is our intellect and understanding of the situation here, our awareness, raising our consciousness in many ways, makes us richer than anything else. Because money doesn't make you rich. Okay, it's each other that make us rich. It's our relationships. It's love that makes us rich. You're not taking in any of these assets with you to the promised land or wherever else you're going after this. So just understand that. Anyway, that's kind of it, people. I think we're gonna stop this here now. It's Friday, and we're gonna get going here. So just imagine, just in summary here, what you can expect moving forward is I don't know. I think this is a good word, a dislocation between any kind of reality and what's going on with the global economy and the markets. And that dislocation, to Greg Mannarino, I am sure to you guys and girls, means opportunity. We can't let anything get by us here. We only have each other. We do not have representation. No one is looking out for us, okay? If you think a Biden, another term for Biden is going to, look, I hear from a lot of Biden supporters, okay? I've lost a lot of Biden supporters. I have lost a lot of Trump supporters too. I don't think it matters who they stick behind the resolute desk. You know all that. Debts and deficits are going to balloon. The Federal Reserve is getting much stronger, period, okay? There's nothing on this earth, maybe off this earth, and I'm talking about the Almighty himself, that can possibly change the trajectory of where we're going. It cannot be stopped. Exactly. It's a uniparty. And it will not be stopped. All we're going to hear about is currency devaluation, which we've been hearing a lot of lately out of a certain candidate. You know who I'm talking about, and suppressed rates. How does that help you? It doesn't help you at all. All it does is make the Fed stronger. Okay, it's not helping us all at all. We need to get rid of this institution. If we have yet another repeat of, unfortunately, what's been going on here for quite a while now, all this is going to do is destroy, again, the middle class. 1% is getting very rich. Central bankers loving life more than you can possibly imagine here as they fulfill their destiny. And their destiny is being fulfilled by politicians, if we who have no idea of because again, look, they're looking out for themselves. Period. The end. Okay, they have made their alliances, and they're not good. All the lies and distractions and deceptions are not helping you and me at all. All they're doing is empowering the central banks, and that's all we've seen. Like I've told you, the last 3 presidents have doubled the debt here in the United States. Take every president before them. Take the last 3; they've doubled the debt. You think that's going to stop with the next Trump term or a Biden term or whoever's going to put behind the resolute desk? How about no? How about it's going to get trillions of dollars worth more currency devaluation, as I just said? It's getting sucked right out of us. And until there is some kind of a revolution to take down these central banks, we will continue to lose. On a grander scale, we got each other. We're looking out for each other. We're making the right moves in the market. The debt market is going to implode. It is a time bomb. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time before this changes, where we get a massive spike here. A massive sell-off in the debt market is going to wipe out stock markets around the world. And people's heads are going to spin around like The Exorcist. But you and me, because we have this tool, are going to be out first. Okay, be smarter or cheat. Well, we're smarter. That's a fact. We're going to be one of the first people out of here, if not the first people out of here. And we don't cheat. So we don't need to cheat. All we got to do is be smarter. And I think we're way smarter. Anyway, that's kind of it, people. That's where we are. And I think, as I said, we got this down. And I don't care what they try to do to you and me. We are invincible at multiple levels. Now, speaking of that, what we're going to do here, okay, it's Friday. We're going to put this week behind us, right? We're gonna begin the festivities again on Sunday. But for right now, this is going behind us, all right? And it's time to do what I hope that you've been looking forward to. All right, bring it in. Love each other. Care about each other. Be charitable people. Just imagine a world where people actually adopted that. We could change this entire world. You know how I feel about that. Anyway, I will see all of you Sunday for my markets to look ahead. Looking very forward to that, people. I love you all from the heart. I mean that. There is no racing this weekend, unfortunately. Believe me, I'm ready to go. I got the Copo on the trailer, locked and loaded, but the tracks are closed. Actually, there's street racing coming up on Saturday. I might take out the Challenger. I got the Challenger 1320. Anyway, people, that's it. All right, so we'll see each other on Sunday, right? If you got anything out of this video, I want to hear from you. Greg, you got it right, you got it wrong. And as I said, if you have a better idea, Greg, you're leading your people to the slaughter. Really? Okay, well, school me. How's that? Okay? Anyway, love you a lot, people. See you Sunday, okay?